everybody, hope you're doing good. We're continuing our Quran annotation review. We are in Araf Surah 7, picking up on 202 where I annotated. And before we get started, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Okay. But their brethren, the evil ones, plunge them deeper into error and never relax their efforts. If thou bring them not a revelation, also 203, sorry, they say, why hast thou not got it together? Say, I but follow what is revealed to me from my Lord. This is nothing but lights from your Lord and guidance and mercy for any who have faith. Interesting. This is nothing but lights from... Okay. I put a little yellow tag on this one. Okay, now we're in Anfal, okay? Surah 8. Anfal, or the spoils of war, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. I annotated number 4. Such, in truth, are the believers. They have grades of dignity with their Lord. Oh, I think they like this one because it's like, because I'm, heavy hitter in the mind world. I put a lot of emphasis on the letter A, let's put it that way. So I hope I can at least get a B, you know what I'm saying? My grade. And forgiveness and generous sustenance. Number 28. And know ye that your possessions and your progeny are but a trial. See, this is quite interesting because if you have a bad kid, I put my grandparents through the ringer, looking back. I was good when I was young, but when I went into junior high in the 7th grade, I really became just really hard to control. Just really put my grandparents in so much stress. I remember one time, a police officer called my grandma and said they caught me doing graffiti, and I heard her crying on the phone. I didn't feel anything when she was crying because I was very arrogant. I felt mad that the cop was snitching. But looking back, I had a yard, I had food. We were poor, but it was a good life if I look back on it now. Then coming to California, you see all the crime and the homelessness and the drug use. I don't know. It's really sad. I was definitely a trial for them. My brother, his nickname is Rocky. One of my brothers, I know he's a test for my mom. You don't have a dad. Mom can't really control him. He's getting tall. He's real tall. My mom's tall. She's like 6'1" or something. I'm tall too, but she's way taller than me. So she's really up there, and he's getting tall like her. And he gets angry, and she can't really do anything, and it's really sad. Because when she dies, I really hope he looks back on it and is like, man, I messed up. I've apologized to my grandparents and they've apologized to me. But it's really sad. Truly, it's sad. It's very sad. And on 35, I annotated kind of in the middle. Clapping of hands, its only an answer can be, taste ye the penalty because ye blasphemed. On 36 as well. The unbelievers spend their wealth to hinder men from the path of Allah. You see, that's the most realist thing ever. They do. Look at, okay, let me give you an example, alright? Let's say the person who owns, I'll give you let's say the person who owns Budweiser, right? Now, Budweiser has my favorite horses, the Clydesdale horses. And the person who owns the company knows that, like, a lot of people like the horse show. They use their wealth, to advertise alcohol, even though we have an epidemic of alcoholism. More people have died in my family from alcoholism than any disease, right? Well, many argue now that addiction is a disease, so there's that caveat, right? But they spend their money to get you. And like, let's say a rapper, let's say a drug dealing, gang banging rapper. They fly their money in the videos, right? And they hinder you from becoming better because they're like, oh, blast him, hit him, cap him. Like, they do all this stuff that it, like, the beat gets you, they pay the artists. They literally encourage you to go to prison, and your life is ruined, and it's going to be very hard to recover from that, right? It can be done, but you know what I'm saying? They got famous off of showing you how to mess up your life, right? That's why I'm so hard on Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, because when I was growing up, I really admired, I'm not going to even name the two filthy artists, but they were women of a similar nature. And it's just so dumb. I wish I could go back in time, slap myself, and be like, why are you paying attention to those trash women? Why don't you worship a doctor? Not worship, but you get what I'm saying, like look up to, right? It's crazy. A lot of rich people use their money to just really lead people astray. Truly. And so will they continue to spend, but in the end they will have only regrets and sighs. At length they will be overcome, and the unbelievers will be gathered together in hell. Dang, man. That one is just, there's no denying that. There's no denying it. I don't care what anyone says, there's no denying it. And then on 38 I annotated, their past would be forgiven them. But if they persist, the punishment of those before them is already a matter of warning for them. You get warned. I was warned several times. I made it out. Look around. You getting some warning signs? You should stop. 41 as well. And now that out of all the booty that ye have acquired in war, a fifth share is assigned to Allah, and to the apostle, and to near relatives or orphans, the needy and the wayfarer, if ye do believe in Allah, and in the revelation we sent down to our servant on the day of testing, the day of meeting of the two forces, for Allah hath power over all things. And also on 45, when ye meet a force, be firm, and call Allah in remembrance much often, that ye may prosper. You see that? This one I've been doing a lot at work. When I know I'm around somebody who is just as alpha as me, just probably as capable of getting into a pretty bloody fist fight, perfectly capable of calling somebody up and being like, hey, can you be here in 10 minutes? And then their friends can be like, yo, we'll be there in 10 minutes. And next thing you know, 14 people, we're all hurting each other. We're all taking it to the next level, right? I think to myself, be firm, be good, don't put your tail between your legs, but don't fluff your feathers. Just be firm and steadfast and focused and sort of stoic. And then asking the Creator to make it easy for me and to help moderate my impulsiveness, because I'm quick like a cobra, man. Someone says something and I get a shot of blood in my body, just to the point where I get hot, and it's a survival thing. When you grow up in an area with a lot of tension, those who react slowly, they get eaten, right? The turtle becomes the meal for the eagle. You know what I'm saying? And the rabbit can escape, fight back. It's interesting. It's quite interesting. 46, I annotated, for Allah is with those who patiently persevere. You know, I saw some evidence of that as well. Even the new job that I have, it's really a step up from my last one in the sense of the amount of suffering, mental abuse and suffering. And I remember thinking to myself, be patient, things will get better. You know, this person's screaming at me, I can smell their stinky breath. Don't react. Just say, excellent, I will do that. Yes, indeed, thank you. I will keep that mental memory. Thank you. And they keep going, and you're just like, yes, excellent, indeed, yeah. For sure, totally, yeah, I agree. Right? And they're just, and you're like, yeah, you know? Oh. Yes. And now, I hope Allah doesn't test me again in that way. It's been very merciful, but now it is like 80% less testing. Still has its times, right? Because that's life, but way different. I'm just patiently going, and I didn't lash out, and I didn't attack that people who kept, pushing tension. You have to patiently persevere in moments when there's a lot of tension in the air, right? There's a lot. I don't know if you've ever had a work environment like that, but you can feel the tightness in the air. Everybody kind of lashing out at each other. It's scary. So, that patiently persevering is a very important virtue that I have learned, practice on, believe in, and care about.